Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good evening to all the participants and our viewers here. Okay, today we are from group 3, going to a group discussion with the topics, very interesting topics here is, which is Gen Z display higher emotional quotient or intelligence than millennials. First of all, I would like to introduce our panelists here, starting with Faiz, Ilyasa, and Ishamuddin, and me is Muhammad Izzuddin. Okay, back to the topic. Gen Z display higher emotional intelligence or EQ than millennials. Before we go in the more point about the topic, we need to understand the topic first. Okay, what do you understand about the Generation Z? Faiz.
I think Generation Z is a generation that born in between 1990 to 2010. That is my definition of Gen Z.
Okay, that's correct. The Gen Z born between late 1990 to 2010. And what you understand about the millennials, Ilasa?
I think millennials are born in 1990s to 2000s today.
That's correct. Okay. And then we need to know what is emotional intelligence, or what we call emotional EQ, and the short term is EQ. Can you elaborate?
Thank you, Izzuddin. So, in my opinions, emotional quotient or emotional intelligence is an ability which persons need to manage their emotions for themselves, and also manage the emotions of the others. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, excuse me, I just want to add a little bit about the EQ. So I think emotional intelligence is very crucial in our life, especially to control our emotion in any consumption in any place, any situation. That is a very, very crucial skill in right now.
Thank you, Hisham and Faiz. That's correct, but based on the Cambridge Dictionary, emotional quotient is the ability to react or feel the other people, or to make a good judgment, or solve the problem, or to avoid the problem. That's from Cambridge Dictionary. Okay, back to the topic. Do you think Gen Z has displayed more emotional intelligence than millennials? What's your point, Faiz?
Okay, thank you, Izzuddin. So, in my point of view, I think when we talk about the Generation Z, we talk about the generation that born in the connected and interactive world, or maybe simply we can say that it's internet world. So in the internet world, where all information can be accessed in the tip of our finger, or maybe we can say our smartphone. So let's be honest, I think Gen Z has display more EQ than millennial, because the advantage of the technology that they have, they can access to the information and exposure about the EQ, and they can learn more earlier and more quicker about the EQ itself. Oh, Izzuddin, what you want to say?
Sorry for interrupt your present. I little bit disagree with your point that state that Gen Z have more accessible to the internet. That we can say that millennials also learn about internet and can surf the information through the internet about the Gen Z. Instead, millennials also have display higher emotional quotient than Gen Z. What's your point?
Okay, thank you, Zidane. That is a very good question. Yes, I admit that the millennial also can get the higher emotional quotient or EQ if they use the technology. But this question is the millennial, if millennial can adapt to the fast growing technology and the trending social, because you know they're born in before the technology is advanced yet. In other hand, Gen Z is the one that born in the digitalization world itself, so they have know about what to do with their technology. In my observation, when I see the news of or the article, I often saw that the article that say 5 or 7 years old boy or kid that can use their smartphone very well. So that's my opinion about why Generation Z has higher emotional quotient than millennial. So thank you. That is my point of view. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Faiz, for your opinion and your observation about Gen Z. You state that Gen Z has very high skill in accessing the internet and using the technology. Okay, next, Hisham. Do you agree with Faiz that state that Gen Z has higher emotional intelligence because of the technology? What's your point?
Okay. First of all, to be honest, I'm very excited with the statement that Faiz said, the Gen Z is born in the era of advanced technology. Meanwhile, millennials are born before the advancements. So I think that's what make me agree with what Faiz just said there. So
Back to the topic, what your opinion about our topics? Hisham, you can continue.
Alright, thank you, Zidane. So, with the statement, Gen Z has higher emotional quotient compared to millennials. In my opinions, I disagree with the statement. In my opinions, millennials has displayed higher emotional quotients compared to Gen Z because they are more greater leader than Gen Z, right? Alright, you have a question.
Sorry for interrupting you, Shamidin. I have a question. So you say that Gen Z, millennials are greater leader than Generation Z. Why do you say that, and what's your opinion about your statement?
Okay, so what's make millennials is greater leader? So that is one thing that I want to point when so when I said that millennials are greater leader, that doesn't mean that Generation Z cannot be a good leader. But what they are lacking is experience. As we know, millennials are older than Generation Z, so that means they have more experience than Generation Z in terms of in a workplace, for example, and also education. So based on the experience they gain from the scenario or in certain situation that they have exposed to, so they may gain enhance skills, for example, ability, skills to socialize with the others, and also skills to make good decisions to solve a problem. So this is related with the emotional quotients where a leader need to socialize with the people under the leader, so they can connect emotionally with the others, and also the ability to make a decisions, or make a good decisions, not just a decision but a good decisions is very important. As a leader, we cannot make decisions based on our emotions because it can affect badly to the decision that we make. So I think maybe that's my opinion.
Thank you, Hisham. On your point highlighted about the leadership and more experience for millennials. Yeah, you can say Gen Z also have more experience because they have learned more and search more on the website about the EQ information, how to be a good in managing the emotional intelligence EQ. Okay, in terms of maternity, what's your point, Idasa?
So the statement Generation Z has higher emotional quotient than millennials. I disagree. I personally disagree with the statement by saying that millennials are more mature than Generation Z. Why do I say that millennials are more mature than Generation Z? Okay, maturity grows with age. When you get older, it shows that you have more opportunities to understand each person's feelings, and thus it may enhance your understanding of emotions and feelings towards the others. Okay. So it can help them to solve real life situation issues. Okay. So I have my own personal experiences towards this, towards my reason. To my older brother, is on my personal observation. My older brother can manage my younger sister's emotion more effective than me. So this shows that my brother can easily empathize with my younger sister, and it can link feelings and read the situation easily. This is something that which Generation Z lack in terms of maturity. So I'll pass the mic to Izudin for his opinion.
Thank you, Lasa. You said this millennials have more older age and more maturity than Gen Z, and you have also have good example. Your brother personal example that's very good to show that millennials have higher EQ than Gen Z. In my opinion, I agree with Ilyasa and Hisham, and I disagree with this statement that said that Gen Z display higher emotional intelligence than millennial, because as Hisham said, millennials is older than Gen Z. They have more experience and they have learned early than Gen Z in how to manage their emotion from their experience, and they do study early than Gen Z and gain more skills such as communication skill or other skills than Gen Z. So with this, as I believe I disagree with this statement. Okay, I will give you one example that currently happened in our country during the COVID-19 and affected in our country. We can see in many newspaper in front page that show that many people in age between 90 to 21 has commit suicide during the COVID-19 because they lack the skill to manage their emotion. They feel so lonely and stressful and depression. You can see that this issue that Gen Z is very low in their skill in manage their emotion. Based on the research by State of the world largest study of emotional quotient in 2021, they show the graph between the different age baby boomers, millennials, and Gen Z. They state that the graph show the skill in manage EQ for the Gen Z drop drastically between 20% during the COVID-19. So this show that Gen Z is very lack skill in control their emotion. But although I disagree with the statement, there are many ways to improve our EQ, such as we can improve our knowledge, our skills, attitude, and habit. This is my opinion. I hope you can agree with me. Don't disagree. Do you have question now? Okay, no. Okay, that's we have want to conclude our topic today.
To conclude this discussion, people who have higher emotional quotient are thus easily to deal with. They are more willing to change and adapt to a certain environment, and more sympathetic towards others. So, based on the statement, Generation Z displays higher emotional quotient or emotional intelligence than millennials. We can say that our discussion disagreeing with the statement. So that's it. So I'll end our discussion with tasbih kifarah surah Al-As, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.